Welcome back, and thank you all for keeping it KTN. Now, this is Africa Speaks, and I can already see some of your responses streaming through regarding the Africa Speaks Challenge. Taton, or at Beloved Mary T, you're saying the Africa Speaks Challenge is interesting today. Well, thank you so much, and hope you're up for that challenge. Edwin Emukule Ochubi is saying, I'm watching you here in State House, Nairobi, and really appreciating the show. Keep it up. Well, thank you, Edwin. And Munzi Joseph, this show, Africa Speaks, should be brought 2 times a week. Well, let's think about that. And we're in that part of the show where we speak to people in the know. And on the show today, we're going to be speaking to Simon Karithi. I spoke to him, a few days back regarding Tech-Preneurship, and like I mentioned earlier, we are inching closer to the Global Entrepreneurship Summit. What does this summit mean for the ordinary, not really ordinary, Mwananchi Kenyans, and also the rest of the East African region? Let's speak to him now and see exactly what his views are regarding innovation and creating wealth for the young people in East Africa. Hello and welcome to this part of the show where we do speak to people in the know to tell us what's happening across the African continent. And joining me in studio is Simon Karithi, who is the business leader, IT and mobile division at Samsung East Africa. Thank you so much for joining us. It's such an honor to have you. And today we are speaking technology. I would like to start first of all by saying Samsung is one of the biggest technology companies across Africa. How have you managed to rise up to that level?
Thank you for having me. As you mentioned, Samsung is actually the #1 electronic and technology company in the world right now. And what I can say, Samsung has come that way because of innovation. It's the most innovative company globally right now, coming up with new products every year, coming up with innovative product, because one of Samsung policy has been to listen to the consumer. What does the consumer want? And as a company, as a global policy, 10% of the profitability of the company is invested in technology and innovation. That is why we release 2 flagship products every year, the S series and the Note series. We have developed the latest accessories in the market, like the wearables, like the Gear S. So it's because of innovation that has brought us here, and it is not only in mobile phone, across all the categories of products that Samsung handle.
All right, and speaking of innovation, there's a growing number of techies across the East African region. What is Samsung doing to help encourage more innovations by this young generation?
Oh, thank you for that. Actually, Samsung as a company has a policy to partner with the technology companies and developers in every region and country for that matter, to understand what the market needs, because we also want, beside, we are a handset manufacturer, we are a handset vendor, but how do we give our product in the market with value? By this I mean, that handset that you buy, what other extra value does it add to you to help you make your life easier, to help you enjoy your life, and of course give you solutions that you need for everyday use. And because of this, we've partnered with several organizations, even in country, like for example Kenya. We partner with Strathmore University in their development of iLab. iLab is actually a hub for that focus on young people who have ideas in making applications, helping them develop these applications and bring them to reality. So we partner with them in development of that lab. Secondly, we also partner with iHub. iHub is a think tank for developers in the country, and this has been a key focus for us, to give the young people a chance to show what they've got. We also hold something we call Developers Day. Developers Day is when we put in young people together. They come in and share their ideas on what technology they have in form of applications. It can be application about how to get the best restaurant, eat out, exercises. So this is one of the key elements that Samsung is doing to support the tech community.
All right. And you've mentioned Strathmore University and the iHub, but what are some of those applications that have come out of these two places, or these two software developers institutions, that you can actually say are right now on the Samsung store? Okay.
Actually, a couple of them. There's one called Eat Out. Eat Out is one that tells you, I mean, if you want to get the best restaurant, you're able to know where the restaurant, how to find the restaurant. There is Sandy, the one of trying to, if you need to send a parcel, how to locate a rider, the nearest rider to you. And quite a number of them in the offering, because what we do is that we look for the, we participate during the contest for developers, and when the judges select one particular application that they feel that it needs to be taken to another level, as a brand, we try to do our support. And also as a Samsung, we also do contracts with some of these developers to try to actually help them to, because some of these, it's just ideas, they need to get them to actually get them to work. So we actually try to support these individual developers in their individual capacities to try to make this a reality. And of course, then list them up mostly in the Android, in the Google Play Store.
All right. Samsung has partnered with AMREF to try help at least a lot of health sectors across the country to reduce on recurring problems. How is that working so far, and what kind of help are you offering to AMREF?
Well, that's actually a very, very important project for Samsung. As a company, we have to try to give back to the community. And Samsung has different business divisions. As I said, there is a mobile division. There is others that is consumer electronics that ranges from TVs to white goods and brown goods, the refrigerators, AC. And Samsung started another different division called Samsung Health. This is because we invest a lot in technology, and our technology that we have done on our smartphones that actually focus on your lifestyle as well, healthcare, being able to monitor when you do exercises. Because we are very advanced in that technology, we actually went to another level on saying that now it's time to get to healthcare business, which Samsung has already started global business on healthcare. We are making equipment for healthcare, the ultrasound, digital radiography equipment like the X-ray equipment, and other various medical equipment. So because of this segment of health, we are now also selling this kind of equipment in globally. Actually, even in Africa, Samsung Health has just started in the region. South Africa, the office is already open, and Kenya is also opening very soon. And because of the fact that now we have health equipment, we partnered with AMREF to develop what we call digital villages. Digital villages are whereby we go to a community and try to address their healthcare needs. We set up a digital village whereby because we will support the equipment, and of course AMREF being a company that is able to reach these such communities is able now to support in running of this kind of digital equipment. And this idea has also come from our other activities for the community, like the digital internet villages, where we have set up internet containers to offer internet to communities who are not able to reach this kind of technology. All right, and how is that working, and which countries are benefiting from that? It is actually working very, very well. We signed up from Kenya. It is work in progress because we just got into partnership with AMREF. Our focus will be mainly Kenya to start with. We then go to the other East African countries, including Ethiopia, Tanzania, and Uganda, and Rwanda. Okay. Yes. In 2013, Build for Africa was launched in Cape Town. It's 2 years down the line, and a lot of people probably have not even heard about Build for Africa since it was launched. Could you just share more on that and let us know what has been achieved since 2013? Okay. Actually, Build for Africa came about. It was an initiative hatched from one of the meetings at our regional headquarters in South Africa, and it was, how do we focus on Africa market? By then, 2-3 years ago, products were coming in Africa from all angles. A product that has specification for the US will land into the market, specification for Middle East, and even Europe for that matter. And when they get to the market, there used to be a lot of challenges. And even from the manufacturer perspective, from our factories, we never used to have specific SKU. What I mean SKU is a specific models that are compatible for our market. We have a lot of challenges in Africa, as you may know. The power is an issue, is very, very unreliable. The harsh environment, so to say. So we wanted to have a situation whereby we will have products that actually appeal and target specific market, like our market, whereby, I mean, from refrigerators, we'll have a refrigerator that has a compressor that is able to withstand power fluctuations that happen every time in our situation. So, and also mobile phones. You are imagining about our consumers are people who work in rural areas in very, very harsh conditions. So they are working in the farm. A mobile phone needs to have a dust-proof keypad so that it is able to withstand this kind of situation. So that is how Built for Africa came about, and we developed several products from consumer electronics and mobile, and I'm happy to say that the uptake of our Built for Africa products was very, very good. We actually extended this to make even better products that appeal to corporates. Including even printers in the IT segment, and it has been a very good initiative that we have seen give us a very, very good response in the market, and also show that we also focus for Africa. Africa is the biggest frontier right now, is the next growing, is actually the fastest growing market right now in business. Other markets are going down. Right. So this was a good focus for us to also make our footprint better in the African market. All
right. From where you sit, what do you think are the biggest challenges that technology face across the African continent?
Talking from a technology perspective, of course, we face a lot of challenge in the counterfeit products that come to the market. We are a technology company who value quality. We want to give our consumers a product that they can rely on. And that is why, as a company, we were the first to give a 2-year warranty. And we are also the first people to go online to say that digitally you can register your product. We call it e-warranty, electronic warranty, by sending a message with the serial number and the IMEI of your phone, or a serial number of your consumer electronic product. You're able to get a full 2-year warranty. Why we're giving 2-year warranty? Because we have confidence in the quality of our product. We have a very, very, very good quality record for all across our products. But the biggest challenge we face is counterfeit that come to the market in the name of our superior brand. So this is a challenge that we keep facing in the market, and that's why now we are going one step further to make technology products that are very difficult to copy, like our latest products in the market. You can duplicate some features from the product, but technology you are not able to duplicate. Security features on our product, like the mobile phone, that will appeal to corporates, that when they buy the product, they are sure that they are buying a quality product that can meet their standards, because this is the other challenge that is in the market. So basically this is one of the main challenges that we face, counterfeit products and what we call products that don't meet the standard. And the smartphone world is a technology world where people are using the internet, so they need a product that is both meets the quality standard and assures them that it gives them the lifespan that is indicated on the product.
All right, let's talk about African government systems and whether or not they are friendly when it comes to technology policies. Do you find that some African governments are still too conservative to accept technology in their systems, or government systems that for long have always been more of paperwork than it is about technology?
Definitely, definitely. As you know, our governments are always people you have to really try to convince them to take a step forward because of a lot of interests that are in the market. For example, we have been trying to work with government to try to make sure that all the counterfeit and the fake products are eliminated from the market. In every government, there's a body that registers what is coming into the market. So, and unfortunately for like mobile phone, which is a department that I represent, we have something called that IMEI, which is the International Mobile Identification Number. And so the fact that there has been a reluctance from the bodies that we speak to try to enforce this kind of law to us is one of the hindrances that we say that affect the growth of our markets. Secondly, we are always facing the challenge of getting products that come as counterfeit in our name. All as Samsung we can do is try to organize how to get rid of this product from the market by form of raids. we discuss across government to try to assist us in giving us the facility to facilitate, because as a brand, we don't have the capability of doing the legal process that would enable us get this product off the market. But unfortunately, much of the markets we have done very well, like Kenya. We have done several raids in Kenya, whereby to discourage these people from bringing. But unfortunately, the problem has been that you target the shop owner, that small guy who is doing some mobile phone that are not that are fake or counterfeit. But there is there's what I call big fish who are importing these products. So to get into the root of the problem, we will need a lot of government support, and this is something we do every day. But you can say in some of the governments we are getting good support, and we are making good progress. Kenya and Tanzania, we have made very good progress. The other market are still a challenge, but it's work in progress, and we have to continue doing this education.
When you say the other markets, you're saying Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi.
Burundi and Ethiopia as well.
Oh, great.
Yes.
But what is the future of East Africa in terms of technology? Do you see a jump, or do you see people, more interested in living in their own world, especially in the rural areas? The pickup on technology is very slow.
Yes.
But what is the future of technology 5 years from now, say?
True, and I agree with you that the penetration is still, we are quite far. The penetration is still very, very low. Kenya is actually the biggest in the region with about 75% penetration. But it's very, very interesting. It's a very, very growing segment. If I can tell you some statistics, is that we have about 22 million people connected to the internet in Kenya. Out of that 22 million, 14 million are mobile phone internet connections. Means that the biggest portion of internet use is on mobile phone. Yeah, so data usage is a big, big thing. And actually even the operators themselves are now focusing on data, because it is only data they can make money. There is no money in voice anymore. So we see there's a big, big opportunity for growth in the mobile phone sector. And even mobile phone has now become not only an internet tool, but also a tool for your everyday life. Mobile money is now transacted on the mobile phone. Banks now are saying you do not have to drive all the way to your branch to get the services that they would give you at branch. So mobile phone has become key. You will check your balance, you check your statement, you will transfer money from your account to another account. So I can say a mobile phone is a vital equipment and tool for everyday life. And even talking about the use of mobile phone in our region. Corporates. Kenya has become a big hub for big companies that are coming to Kenya. Companies are even moving from South Africa to set up shop in Kenya. Means that the demand for corporate segment has really grown. Enterprise business is key, and if a company is able to focus on that particular segment, which as a brand we are focusing, because we are the only brand that offer the full range of mobile phone segment, if you wish to say, from the very good smartphone that we have in the market, to tablets, to the Note, whereby you go to a meeting, you don't have to take your diary with you. You take your notes, transfer that directly from your notes to text to email. So we see a big growth in mobile phone demand, and we are trying to align ourselves in the growth. And as I said, Africa is the best growing market right now.
Right, and my final question to you is going to be about the opportunities. We have, when we started, we talked about, the younger generation of techies, but where are the opportunities that they can tap into, for instance, if they want, because they're all looking for employment. The unemployment rate across Africa is very, very high. And which are those opportunities that they can tap into for them to be incorporated into, say, Samsung's?
Oh, fantastic. A lot of
departments.
A lot of opportunities. Actually, as I say, because we hold developers conferences, a lot of ideas are coming. There's opportunities in education. We want to make our curriculum better. A lot of opportunities that can come in making applications that appeal to education. Healthcare is another segment. We have seen the growth of chamas and all these what we call small SMEs. All these require services that are technology related to make their work easier. So the young people who are focused on IT and technology, there's really big opportunity that sits out there, because technology is lifestyle now. People want an easier way to manage their lives on an everyday basis. So in every angle of life, from healthcare to education to everyday use of to even farming. You know, farming now is done on the mobile phone. We partner with people like BAT. We give them tablets for their farmers to update when their crop is ready for harvesting, when to make inputs. So there's a lot of opportunities that is there in technology, and all the young people who are out there with an idea, there's opportunity. As Samsung, as I said, we have a lot of support. We have an academy here, and this is something that is very important for me to mention. We have an engineering academy here in Ethiopia, and we are setting up in every key country in East Africa. This academy is to nurture the young people who are interested in driving technology. So we come and train them, and once they graduate, we deploy them in our vast service centers that we have across the region.
Great.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for enlightening us on what's happening there, and also how you're playing a role in making people's lives better across the African continent, or the East African region per se. And I would have loved to talk more about technology and how you're helping us in different areas, but because of time, we can't really do that. Hope to host you yet again so you can talk about the new series of the phones that are coming up on the market, and well, what other features they have that are different from the other cell phones that we have on the market today. But thank you so much.
Thank you so much. My
Always
pleasure.
a pleasure.
Me too.
All right, that was Simon Karithi, who is the business leader for IT and mobile division at Samsung East Africa, speaking to us about some of the services that they're offering and how they're changing lives across Africa with the different corporate social responsibility services that they're giving out. We'll now take a break. Do stay with us.